Hey folks, Bob Dutko here from WMUZ. I appreciate you listening to my show, and right now I'm in the offices of Peter Behrmann of Phoenix Law. Peter, good to see you. How are you, my friend?
Good to see you, Bob.
Hey, listen, I appreciate obviously the work that you do in helping a lot of people, and I appreciate everything that you do for my listeners. And I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. First of all, about your business, about your practice. You only do bankruptcy. Why is that?
Well, my wife and I started this practice about 8 years ago, and we really wanted to specialize in one area of law. Bankruptcy is an ever-changing area of law, and quite frankly, if someone's coming in here and trusting me with their finances, we want to make sure that they're getting their best possible outcome. And by us just specializing in bankruptcy, we can achieve that for our clients.
Well, let's face it, there's a lot of people that try to be, the old saying, jack of all trades, master of none. And there are a lot of folks that do that, and it's one of the things I appreciate about you and your practice is that you focus specifically on bankruptcy, which means you have the expertise that you bring to it that a lot of other people don't, and I think that's important.
Yeah, there's a lot of attorneys out there that do a little bit of bankruptcy, and
right.
Unfortunately, I've picked up some of those cases over the years trying to clean up other attorneys' messes, and that's not really a situation that you want to fall into, is hiring one of those attorneys.
Oh, I know. Now, another important thing that you do, and I'm really impressed by this, is you're not into arm twisting, pressuring people, things like that. Well, I want my listeners to know when they come to see you, you're not going to judge them, you're not going to look down your nose at them, you're not going to pressure them, try to push them into anything. You just want to show them what the options are available to them. They can pray about it, they can think about it, they do what they want to do from there, but that's pretty much what you want to make yourself available to do. Let them see the options with no pressure.
Absolutely. I mean, anyone who comes into my office, they're going to sit right here at this table with myself, and we're going to simply go over their options with them. Spend about 45 minutes mapping out their financial situation, and I'll give them my advice. Sometimes that advice is that I think we should do a bankruptcy. Sometimes that advice is that I think they should not do a bankruptcy, or possibly there's some steps they need to take prior to filing bankruptcy to make sure that bankruptcy is the right option for them.
Right, and what's nice too is they're going to be working with you from beginning to end. It's not just Peter Behrmann's name on the door, but then here's some associate that they don't even know who that is. No, you're holding their hand right from the beginning through the whole process.
Absolutely, especially for all of my clients, including your listeners. Once you make the decision to hire me to do your bankruptcy, I'll be the attorney that you'll be meeting with here in the office. I'll be the attorney that will be going with you to court. You're never going to be sent down to court with someone you've never met before. That's
right.
An extremely uncomfortable feeling.
And you and your partner here in the law firm get along pretty well, don't you?
Yes.
I wonder why that is.
My partner happens to be my wife. She does a lot of the paperwork for the bankruptcy, the back end side. Generally speaking, most clients never actually meet her, besides maybe by email. But all client contact is generally done through me.
Right. And the people that come in, like my listeners, for example, most of them I've found are decent, hard-working people, have always been responsible, try to pay their bills, but unforeseen things happen. Let's face it. You have medical bills that you didn't expect that suddenly come on, or a business failure, or a job loss, or some kind of serious something like that, where now they're late on their mortgage payments and it's getting worse and worse and worse. It seems to me that it's important at that time for people to come to you. Again, there's no pressure, and you're not going to charge them anything for that initial consultation to sit down. Just come to you, sit down, let you lay out what their options are, and then they can kind of go from there. Because there are different options.
Well, there's a lot of different options for people. And a lot of your listeners that I've met with, they really come in here and they want to pay their bills. They're not trying to escape their financial obligations. They're trying to do some kind of reorganization plan, and I can help them with that. I can map out their options, save them several $100s a month, and allow them to get on a plan to get out of debt.
Right. Well, that's one of the things I really appreciate, and I hate the idea of seeing people afraid to answer their phone, or they go out to the mailbox and they feel that sweat because I don't want to open up my mail. I'm afraid it's going to be another collection letter or something along those lines. So just breathe a little bit easier, give you a call. And I know people are coming from all over Southeast Michigan to see you, which is great. So I just want you to know I appreciate you taking great care of my listeners, okay? And I know you're going to continue to do that. Thanks a lot, Peter.
Appreciate you sending your listeners to me.
You bet.